To improve my social skills, the very first thing I had to work on was my confidence. And growing up, I was mostly surrounded by people who shared my background, people with similar tastes, the same lingo, and just similar experiences. But as I got older and went to college, I suddenly found myself in a much more diverse world. Later, when I entered the workplace, went to church, and interacted with people outside of my comfort zone, I started to feel insecure. I felt less than. I thought everyone around me was so much more articulate than I was. I even caught myself thinking people were being fake, or that they were only being nice to me because they had to be. Over time, I realized I couldn't stay in that mindset. I needed to build real confidence, but that meant taking a hard look in the mirror and addressing my insecurities and reaching out to mentors that I knew. It definitely wasn't easy. Dealing with insecurities is tough because it forces you to brutally be honest with yourself. To actually build confidence, I had to face my fears through some exposure therapy. At the end of the day, you have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. But also, I had to combine that with mentorship from my pastor at church, a renewing of my mind, and a whole lot of prayer. Exposure therapy just means putting yourself in situations that make you uncomfortable until those situations become your new normal. Think about Michael Jordan in the Last Dance documentary. It was on Netflix. When he talked about his practice routine, he said that his level of competing was top tier and that practice was where I set the tone. If you couldn't handle the intensity in practice, you weren't going to make it in the fourth quarter of a game. Now, legend has it that MJ would even practice thousands of shots in the dark. We can apply that same exact principle. Expose yourself to what makes you uncomfortable until it becomes or doesn't bother you anymore. Now, does this mean you need to obliterate your introverted personality? Of course not. No. So being an introvert is a huge strength. For instance, introverts are naturally great listeners. When we listen more, we read between the lines, and instead of rushing to reply, we listen first and respond second. You can lean into your natural strengths while still building new skills to navigate life. For example, you can't be completely quiet introvert when you're standing in front of a classroom teaching 7th grade math to a room full of middle schoolers, okay? You have to adapt. Now, to wrap it all up, it's completely okay to be an introvert, okay? But to grow, we have to build confidence, face our fears, and get comfortable with discomfort. And keep stacking new skills on top of our existing strengths. Well, I hope this helps you on your journey. Have a great day, and if you have anything to add, let me know in the comments below. All right, peace.